Hey everybody, I couldn't find any solid videos on a 460 swap in the 93 to 96 F-150. There's videos of them running, but they don't show an actual swap video. So this is me doing a swap video. There'll be 3 parts. This is the first part, obviously. To put these in this truck, let me tell you what you don't do, because I found out the hard way. The TransDap motor mounts and cross member that it says it's universal, them are the motor mounts hooked to it. This is the cross member, got 2 ends. You slide the 2 ends on, you bolt the motor to these, drop it in there. No, that's not going to work. I can tell you right now, I don't care what you do to it, it is not going to work. So this is mine, it's just sitting in here right now, it's not bolted down, anything like that. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can get these perches right here that are the 2-hole perches. I can't get back there to it, but there's the other perch, but they're 2-hole perches, or you can do the 1-hole perch, but you got to get different motor mounts. Also, as far as the motor mounts go, I should have just left this on. Motor mounts go right there. You can get these came with like brackets, like type light, but I've only got one. Not going that route. The motor mounts for a 94 F350 for a 460 or F250 for a 460 takes these mounts right here. Okay. So, these right here have to have a type of adapter plate. I don't have that yet. In the second video, I'll show you what the adapter plate looks like. The adapter plate bolts to the engine block, and then the motor mounts bolt to that, and then them 2 studs fall into there. You put lock washers and nuts on them. Call it done. She's in there. I carbureted this motor. I just got this covered up to keep stuff out of it. So no, I'm not picking it up with this plate right here. This plate right here will also be in the second video. Price Motorsports. You definitely need to check them out if you're going to do this. And if you're going to carburate it. It is very important that you do this. If you do not change the intake, you will need to get this from Price Motorsports. Only place I know of that sells it. Not real cheap, but not real expensive. As far as wiring goes, if you're going to carburate the motor, leave the stock harness in it. I know you don't see the stock harness in it because originally I was going to fuel inject it. Realize that ain't nothing but a headache. So I'm going to carburate it. This truck won't be driven every day. This truck will just be back and forth to work a few times a week, riding around town. That's all I'm going to do with this truck. And it looks like it's been pulled out of the lake right now. It's been sitting a long time. So this truck originally had a 300 inline 6 with a C4 transmission, which is no big deal. That's as far as that goes. That's no big deal. You just got to make a couple adjustments. You got to get the right thing. When you go from a 6-cylinder to a V8, you're going to have problems. But when you go put a big block Ford motor in a Ford truck that it does not belong in, you're going to have bigger problems. So I'm going to put the original harness back in it. I'm going to put all this dashing back. I got to put everything back. I shouldn't have pulled it out. I jumped the gun. The transmission you're going to have to put behind this is a big block C6. The electronic transmission, which I have right over here, that came with this motor, that's sitting right here, can't use that. I can, but I don't have a $1,500 controller to run it with. You see the computer in here. If you ain't seen it already, there's a computer. That I can actually stay. I got no use for it. This truck will be entirely mechanical. I made my own little gauge cluster here. It don't look the best in the world. It's no professional job, but it's going to work for what I want it to do. Tack gauge. I'm going to put a HEI distributor in it. It'll have, I'm putting a push button start in it. This is the carburetor that'll be on it. Holley 750 double pumper. I got a brand new heater core I'm going to put in it. Brackets, I'm cleaning them up. I'm waiting on my plates to get here. This is not as difficult as what people make it out to be. It's really not. If you do this, I'll recommend, you don't have to, but I recommend you put F250 front suspension under it. I got F250 coil springs and shocks in the front. F150 springs in the back are actually going to be F250 before it's over with. Fuel pump. Let's get to the fuel pump part. This right here will be your best friend. You don't have to get that brand. You don't have to get that type. The fuel rail fuel pump is the way to go. Go ahead and get that out. Go ahead and get that out there. Get that out the way. Like I said, this is the first video. Pretty much introduction. So, wait for video 2. Video 2 is coming probably, if not tomorrow, next week. I can't fit it all in this video, so just want to get you guys an idea of what this is possible. Anything, any comments is appreciated. I'll answer any questions anybody may have. You guys are more than welcome to. You guys are more than welcome to ask any questions you want. If you have any doubts or anything, the exhaust, you know, the exhaust, as far as the exhaust goes, I'm running regular exhaust manifolds right now. I'm going to upgrade the headers, but the original exhaust manifold, and then I'll put this in there. This ain't got to be on here. That can actually be plugged or just cut off. The wire's cut off. But this is the original exhaust fan. Not using that fan, using an electric fan. I've got a radiator out of F350 dually that had a 460 in it. That will be put in here. That right there, well, I'm going to change it when I get it running and right and whatnot. So, alright guys, wait for video 2.